my employer did not give medical insurance for us. What can we do? So one thing I want to clarify is that in Dubai in particular, companies or employers are required to give medical insurance to those employees whom they sponsor. So the obligation in Dubai in particular is linked to the sponsorship, not just the employment. So those employees, for example, who are on their golden visas or their spousal visas or parents' visas or their own investor visas, they are not sponsored by the company. And therefore, by law in Dubai, the companies are not required to give them health insurance. If, however, for those employees who are being sponsored by the company in Dubai, in order for the company to sponsor those employees, they would have had to get insurance. Okay, so you may not know about it because it may be very basic insurance, but as part of the process for employees to sponsor an employee for them to work legally, i.e. there's residence visa that allows, clearly shows that that employee works for this company, sponsored by this company, that company must first obtain health insurance, and only then the visa would be issued because it's part of the visa application process. So in short, you would in those cases, those employees do have health insurance. It's just that health insurance could be very basic, and that's another important concept to highlight, is that under the law, there's a requirement for companies to provide health insurance to the employees, but the nature or the scope of that health insurance policy or coverage is not specified in the law, and there's no minimal, right? So which means that the company that obtains just a very basic health insurance has satisfied that requirement, tick the box, because it's not required to give employees the best insurance or some kind of other insurance. And therefore, in most cases, companies get these basic insurance, but because it's part of the process, part of the visa application process, you may not even know about it. And because the company doesn't even share that with the employees because they treat it as part of the process, and maybe they hire other companies that actually do this application for them, so they don't really segregate the visa application from the health insurance, and that's why they don't notify their employees that they have insurance. But if you are sponsored by the company, it's easy for you to find out. So you just need to go to the relevant, the ICP portal if you're, for example, in Mohre, so you can request those documents. Go into the UAE Pass, for example, and from their UAE Pass, you may be able to get into ICP and other portals to see what kind of health insurance you would have, and you'll be able to find it.